Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Hey, how would you like to rent at the beach for $150 a month, $250 a month, $300 a month? Is it possible, Lori?
I think it's possible.
And how are they going to be able to do that?
Well, they have to go knock the door to the Mexican people who live in here and, door to door.
And we're going to show you how you can do that. We're going to have an interview, and this young lady is proving that it's possible because her and her boyfriend are doing it. They're living in Mexico, and she is going to give you hints on living here in a small village and be able to get low rent. So may not be for everybody, but at least you'll be able to see if it's an option you may want to do.
Yeah, it's going to be the option for you.
Yeah, okay. About your
Good
story.
morning. I'm Alex. I was born and raised in Montreal, Canada. So yes, I'm going to have a little French accent when I speak to you this morning. Live in Mexico now for 20 years almost in December, which is I'm going to turn 20 years here.
20
and I
years.
still managed to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I knew Spanish, then I had to learn Mexican slang for a while.
Okay.
Yes. And then actually it makes stuff much easier to go around when you do learn it. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's say somebody wants to come into an area like this and to get really cheap rent, okay? How would they go about? They're not going to be able to go to the real estate office. They're not going to be able to look online for that. Well, how would they be able to do that?
It is getting busier around here. Yes, I cannot lie to you. So it is a bit harder now to find cheap rent. We did move here about a year and a half ago, more or less. And we did have to look around. Our rent is approximately $150 a month.
Okay. Wow.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And we still have three bedrooms, living room and kitchen.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's really not bad at all.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna have to walk around and look for it, or definitely your pretty much only option here is to talk to everybody.
Okay.
Talk to every Mexican. They love to chat, so they will lend you to someone, and they will tell you where the houses are cheap for rent if you talk to anybody.
Okay. And what can you expect in that type of house? What is a Mexican house? What is a local house that?
Local house, the only thing you won't have is all the furniture.
Okay.
So for sure, maybe some of them will give you a bed, a stove, and a fridge.
Okay.
But most of the time it will be empty. For
Okay.
cheap rent, it has to be empty.
Empty.
And of course, no air conditioning. Maybe sometimes hot water, but not always hot water. No place to wash your clothes, so you're gonna have to go to the laundromat eventually,
Right.
or wash in the bathroom in the shower or something like that.
Yeah. A little bucket, and you can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that. Okay.
But after all, it's pretty much all the same.
Okay.
You need to learn how to live on a different way of living. It's a simpler life, I would say. We don't have internet. We don't have a TV. We don't have cable.
Okay.
You need to be ready maybe to give up some little stuff. But to live by the beach, I think it's really worth it. Yeah, you need to still learn to live without air conditioning. We don't have hot water. So you do wake up in the morning and boil water for a couple of months a year only, because actually in summertime you don't need it at all.
Okay.
But yeah, it's stuff like that you have less.
I guess it all depends on how much one may be watching this and say, oh my gosh, that sounds like suffering. I don't have internet. I don't have, Netflix. I don't have, all these other things. But
You have Sunset for free, which is a nice 3D HD TV, amazing every single night.
if you do need internet, there's internet restaurants. They're all connected
Everywhere.
there.
Even on the beach have internet also. There is a place that you can print your stuff, use a computer, everything you need.
Small town. This is a very small town. We're not in a resort. That's a key thing too. Is it possible to get rents at $150 a month if you're looking for that home that you're talking about, that doesn't have
There's
the
a couple
amenities?
of left in town.
There's a
A
couple.
couple of
Okay.
left in town, honestly.
Okay, really low rent around, like you're saying.
You need to talk to the locals.
And then, that's the one I'm wondering about. What do you is that? What price range do you think they would rent it out for?
It's like ours, I would say $150 to $300 a month.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So what we're talking about, if you want to do that, you want to live on that level, so you figure $150 to $300 is a realistic number right now
For rent.
for rent.
Yes.
Let me ask you this too, because repairs, when you're in a house like that, Mexicans don't repair. That would have to be more on the renter. If let's say the hot water heater did go out, if there was a hot water heater, then it would be the renter's responsibility to repair that.
If you get a landlord that is very nice, he's gonna fix everything for you. He's gonna have his worker.
Okay.
If not, probably yes, you're gonna end up doing it yourself.
It's a different standard of what you can expect.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that part of the responsibility falls onto the renter on that level, because you're getting such a low amount. You're paying such a low amount
Exactly.
of rent that you can't expect the owner to make these repairs.
Most of the time, they will tend to take the rent and leave you with the house.
Yeah,
But
if you're finding that you're getting value by hearing this interview, just please subscribe. It is free. And so in other words, what you want to do is when you come down and let's say you knock on some doors and you talk to them about rent. Now, if you don't speak Spanish, then you find somebody like...
you will always find a nice foreigner to help you out who lives around here all year round.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what you're doing is then you're clear on what your agreement is with the owner, and you want to be clear on that. We're talking about low end, really low end, coming down here, maybe just as a renter and want to rent for a short amount of time or a year, or you want to come and live in Mexico.
Stay forever, you never know.
So, well, great, Alex. This is good. It's so cool. You've given our viewers a lot of information here.
Good.
So, well, Lori, do you think you could live with no internet, with no Facebook at night when you like to look at it? Do you think you could do that?
I don't think so.
So you wouldn't want to live that cheap, would you?
I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah.
You like to have your Netflix at night and you like to do your Facebook at night.
Yeah, I like to be able to watch my YouTube or watch my Netflix and be able to have my Facebook going on.
Yeah, it would be difficult for us because we use the internet to do the videos and stuff like that also. But the thing that we're doing here is we're just sort of giving people other options. Somebody that wants to live on this lifestyle and also wants to live cheaply in a country like this. So what we do is that we try to entertain you, but also we try to bring you information on options that you may be able to choose from. So there's a whole range of different options that we present on our videos here. So would you do us a favor? What would we ask them to do, Lori?
Well, if you will like to this video, please subscribe.
Now, how would they be able to subscribe? Now, is it free?
Well, when you subscribe, it's free. Then you're gonna get a video once a week.
Okay.
And you can see Jerry face somewhere around in there, and you just press that. That's automatically
Clicks to me and to subscribe. So
and subscribe.
there's my face. Punch it, click, and now you have subscribed. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.